Hello. I was not sure if you were my one person. I was waiting for the ad break, but I'm like, if it's White Knight, there's no ad break. Why? This dog is definitely too smart. She's figured out that once I put my headset on, that means I'm streaming, and I want her in the... Ideally want her in the bed. So now she came out of the bed to beg for treats. So now she's refusing to go back into the bed. And she's instead laying right behind. Person too. Oh. Hi, you're very cute. Alright, place. This dog is too goddamn smart. You're so excited. Are you loving ginger snaps? Yeah. She normally gets regular dog treats, but she has a ginger snap fetish. Anyways, sorry this is starting very late today because I just got back from setting up for Emerald City and I'm very tired. I tried staying up to finish the carousel horses, but I actually had Jen Mills I brought it to a thing to get I wanted people to look at my portfolio, and then Jen Mills was there, and I was like, oh shit, because she works for Wizards a bunch, so I was like, can you review this? And then she was telling me what I needed to do, and so I started looking it up last night, and I am not going to finish those in time for... Yeah, there's no way I'm going to finish that print for Emerald City. This one, possibly, yes. Okay, so I think it auto-corrected to car, so I was very confused at first, but I'm pretty sure you mean you cuddle with your cat. Yeah, Raya's a little weird. I think she likes to cuddle, but she likes to be the one that initiates it, which is a very Akita thing. But if I ever try to go and cuddle with her, she will, like, pin my arms in place. But then she's like, why are you in my bubble? I'm like, I can't move. You've pinned me. The chances of you ever typing suck are slim to none. Do you just particularly hate the word suck? It is very possible you're making a point and I am too tired to know. Okay, okay. I get it now. So it's been a very... Yeah. It's been a long day. Anyway, so the Gengar, I've decided this Litwick down here is too big. Because this guy's going there. So I'm actually making another Litwick to go on top. So that's what this sketch is. And I'm already drawing this too big. Or did I make it too small? No, I need this to be smaller. I'm already dooming myself. Ideally, I would have come home and napped and then tried streaming this, but I need to catch what daylight I can. Oh, no. That's gotta be the worst. I'm sorry. Just gonna double check. Yep, still needs to be smaller. So I may be up streaming again at like 6 in the morning tomorrow. Because Kickstarter ends at 7 a.m. And then I have to get back to... Or Emerald City opens at 10, and I need to get there at... I need to get there by at least 9. Because I didn't get much time to prep or plan or anything, so I did forget a few things. So I was like, I might just wake up at 6, kind of stream the end of the Kickstarter. I don't know if I'm going to be doing art. I'll probably be signing the prints that I need to print out tonight. We'll see if anyone's alive with me that time. But yeah, I am not a morning person in the least bit. So I'm gonna, if I get up at 6, I'm hoping I'll be alive enough that I won't be late to get to Emerald City. Yeah. Yep. Right when everyone's stuck in traffic, I'm gonna be like, hey! And then I'm gonna go get myself stuck in traffic. I was hoping I could light rail down now that we have the light rail station, but it doesn't actually get all that close to the convention center. And since I left I think the biggest thing I forgot was my grid panels. The things that I use for, like my enamel pin display. So I gotta go hook those up in the morning. Drown my sorrows in coffee. already been abandoned by the dog. So I think that might be Ernesto taking her out. Okay, so that's a little bit smaller. I might just blend this a little bit, see where I'm going with it. So I want to get this at least roughed in so I can cut. I'm not going to cut it like perfectly to size, but I want to cut the outline of it. It's like not all that much different in scale right now, so I may need to make it a smidge smaller yet. But I think for now I am going to do that. Hold on. This is slightly less unwieldy. Also finally getting caffeine in me, which may or may not be a mistake, because I'm going to get this as done as possible. Probably not going to do another 3-hour long stream, because I am fried. I want to get this guy planned out. And get him set up so I can replace this guy. And then they'll be overlapping with him. And then that's most of the pencil work is done. And the next part is just Posca marker or outlining, which I think I am going to use Posca markers because they dry pretty well. So I don't have to worry about acrylic, whichever acrylic paint I have bubbling. How very adult of you. Did you ever trade with anybody? Because I want to... I want to see their expression when they traded and got the name. For reasons. Can't call Squirtle, I mean, you could, but... I set up my Monster Hunter game. I just did like the very beginning intro quest the other day. Since Ernesto got me it, my friends were being like, "Where are you gonna play?" I'm like, "When I have time." But I built my cat and character, and I was very surprised it let me name my cat Smug POS. Hello, Vector. Nice to see you again. Doing a rather, or at least for me, late stream. Trying to get this thing done. But yes, the Litwick, I don't like the Litwick down here, so I'm drawing a replacement now that I know the cutout and glue technique will work. I've got like maybe 20 minutes of daylight left. So I'm trying to move fast. So I actually have the, you could probably tell by the level of shine. I do have lights set up. Usually I turn this one off, so there's not a ton of shine on you. But for now, sorry, you're gonna have to get shine. Okay, so it is? Yeah, it's smaller. Alright. Sorry, I'm comparing it offside. Unfortunately, I'm drawing the Litwick in the bottom left corner, or bottom right corner, because this is flipped on stream. And it's very hard for me to show that side. Alright, so I need to put some shading in there. I'm gonna do all the shading and everything before I cut it out, so I don't have to try and juggle with that. This will change the pose on him. I wanted to differentiate it from my other little one that I have over here. And if I can manage to get this one done tonight, I'm a little curious as to, because I'm not going to be able to stream until, like, Tuesday at the earliest. Unless I somehow wake up Monday morning remarkably peppy. But, trying to think, or essentially, what to move on to is the question. There's the indie game. I can work on my character designs for that. I do have the glass carousel horses since I'm not finishing those for Emerald City. I'm kind of hoping to still get time to work on them over the weekend, but I very much doubt that will happen. But, I guess what are people more in the mood for? creepy things. Digital, traditional. I think I was largely planning on working on my indie game stuff. You always lean towards creepy, which I love about you. Okay, I was trying to remember. I think I put some of the greens in him, didn't I? This other Litwick? The greens are like very hard to see. Alright, first we'll blend these in. At some point tonight, I need to find the time to make myself a banana bread so I can have food during the convention this weekend. Though they're trying to tell us we're not allowed to bring outside food because apparently they signed some agreement with Chick-fil-A that we're only allowed to buy from Chick-fil-A, which is absolute bullshit. Yeah. Repop is something else. The booth prices keep going up, but they obviously didn't pay for a bunch of the stuff that the convention center offers, because like we couldn't unload like on the Sky Bridge, which used to be the biggest unloading area. They had nobody to make sure the parking was like vendors only, and like to keep track of people so that there wasn't people taking up the parking spots. They didn't have anybody even checking to make sure that people going to the floors were vendors. So it's like, what are we paying extra for if things are getting progressively worse? Okay, you can hear it unsticking. That's still that acrylic ink being tacky a little bit. Yes, I have no intention of going to Chick-fil-A. I welcome the like one person that operates the elevator that's the only one paying attention to anybody to check my wares for the food I will be smuggling in tomorrow. Going a little intense on the pink in this. But that's okay. As I've mentioned multiple times, I am not going for 100% accuracy. I'm doing my own thing. Okay. Let's try to see what level of like overlapping I might need to put in here. Okay. So I think at this point I'm going to cut him out. So I can start overlaying this and then see what of this original I need to push back. I'm hoping I can just rotate it around like this was a skill saw, but it looked a little bit harsher of a point than I was hoping. I'm gonna cut the flame out separate so I can position that however it fits best. Alright, come on, little dude. Go to the flame. back on before I accidentally stab myself. Chug my tea. Alright. So. I may have to. Can I adjust this? See how much I can adjust this. Give me a second. Oh, nope. Oh my goodness. Well, so much for that. Okay. I was just trying to get to the point where you could see what the heck I was doing. It's not perfect. It's slightly better. Alright, so Gengar, or not Gengar, Ghastly's going there. Slightly overlapping Gengars, and then this Litwick. This Litwick I think is gonna go. I'm trying to think if I want him to go. I guess this really depends on how big is Ghastly versus Litwick. I'm touching these things so much and it really shouldn't be because of the sensitivity of this paper, which is why I blended everything beforehand. I still gotta put in a little bit of that green in here. It needs to be erased out as well, but I might actually wait to do the erasing part until after I glue it down. Just because I'm going to be smudging it while I'm handling it. So I might just end up re-messing it up anyways. Right. Meh. Meh. I really gotta figure out. Don't want that to be too close to tangents. I could overlap it quite a bit if I felt like it. And unfortunately, I can't like glue it. Okay, yeah. I can't glue it on in my office down here because the glue. This requires a very special glue. That stuff is super toxic, apparently. gotta do that outside. The dog hairs everywhere. Bane of my existence. Hi, Raya. You glowering at me? Okay, so I think it has to be something like that. They're like not laying completely flat, so it's not perfect. But that's what I'm thinking. So, okay. So those are good enough for where we're at. Like I said, I'll save the erasing part until after they're actually glued down. So I'm going to try to kind of blend this one in a bit more and mesh it into the background. I should have maybe kept taken a little shot camera reference photo where I was going to put things later. Cursed dog hairs. Nope, that lives there. Some things can't be helped. I tried. I think I had it something like that. Which means I'm largely trying to make out this part into... Just trying to blend it into the background, essentially. I also need to do a little bit up here. Whoop. I do want to add a little bit more pigment. They'll probably be coming through. Like I mentioned, I'm going to take Posca and outline this. But I'm not going to outline the Ghastlies, so I have to kind of try to do that with line art. I'm going to keep the Posca to Gengar and then maybe Lampent. What's up, Raya? Hi. There you go. Are you being very adorable? Yeah? Again, this is consider how to pick. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You're so smart for your own good. Yes, you are. The only problem about me doing this is that I'll have to inevitably go back in and add a little bit more detail to the gas leads, like the parts I want to find, the inner eyelids, and the teeth and the mouth. I need something else in here. I think I need to add a little bit more intense shading. So, was I doing this pink up here because it's meeting the hand? Possibly. And they're like, it looks fairly subtle, but I bet if I go through and erase some lines out, it's more than I would assume. It's very washed out on the stream too, is a problem. Like, they're faint because I didn't want them to be super detailed, but they're not that faint. No. I lost a little bit of my hard edge here on the ink. That sucks. It's like minor, but I would have preferred if it had stayed there. My Blackwing fully race. I think this one doesn't really smudge at all. I've been using it to do a lot of the hard edges. Need one of my smudging Q-tips. Not that one, that one's all black. Aha. Knock it back a little bit. This one has attracted so much dust. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna lose this hard edge on this ink too. As much as I like the look of alcohol inks when they dry up, they're not terribly cooperative with pencil. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do now... Scooch those for now. And then I'm going to pull up my Posca markers. And my white ones. Sorry, we do have other colors in there. So I might use one of them to fix up this flame a little bit here. Anyways, I have like all the thicknesses of the white ones. This is the one thing I actually really use. Sorry, Ryan. She's like, why do you make a noise? Probably gonna end up blending a lot of the edges in some places. Sorry, it's a bit a little weird. I'm like fine line work. I hate it. Nope, that's black. Okay. I thought I had a blender, but I don't. Hold on 1 second. Go grab. I was gonna fish out another paintbrush, but my paintbrush drawer is currently what holds Raya's webcam. Okay, the ginger's there. Eating your bed. Yeah. He's eating your tail again. Lovely dog. I just keep migrating this acrylic thing around, trying to get the best angle on this line so I minimal effing it up. Apologies that my head's occasionally popping into frame. Oh, this one's actually, it's like black and dark orange. But, yeah, this is my Cougar headset. It's pretty good. I have to be a little particular about headsets because my ears are super prone to being, I don't know what the hell it's called. Essentially, like, I crush my ears really easily. Like, if you've ever woken up from sleep and your ear just feels like you ran it through, like, a pasta maker over and over again. That's what I get. So I had to find headsets that went all the way around my ear, and this one, for the most part, does. It's a little tight. There's definitely some, like, Bose ones that if I could afford I would have, that are more comfortable, but the Cougars are not bad. Yeah. Oh, it's like, so do you usually do earbuds? It's like, I can't really do earbuds because the whole ear sensitivity thing. So, I had to have something that encompassed my ears and also didn't weigh a ton, which is a tall order. Yeah, I've also had these for forever. Last time I went to PAX. That's been... oh, I want to say like 7 years. Oh. Yeah, I have a pair of noise-canceling headphones. They're technically Ernesto's, but he lets me use them. But they're largely for like flights and stuff, because they don't have... they have a microphone and everything, but not a terribly great one, and they're not super easy to hook up. But they're one of the Bose ones, and he had them because he worked on them. He was working on the tech forum at when he was at Amazon. Yeah, I definitely love the noise canceling thing, and they're just usually out of my budget. kind of debating if I want to outline. Part of me wants to outline his tongue, but then I'm like, feel like I wouldn't stop there. I would outline like his eyes and everything, and I don't want to touch his eyes. I think what I'm going to do is just a little bit dog hair. And then see, the tongue's really, it's hard to tell with the lights, which is usually why I try to paint this when I got full daylight. Because I did it all in pencil, and then I tried doing a wash of ink over it. Or first I tried marker, and then I tried ink, and they ended up lifting and pooling. And like, it works a bit. It kind of makes him look toxic, which, I mean, works for what he is. This may have been a mistake. It's like, oh, I have weird little curlicue lines in his eyes. I was thinking about putting Lampent outlined as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna outline him. Alright, now I definitely gotta make sure I don't smudge the ones on Gengar. Very good thing I have this acrylic bar to lay on, because I'm so exhausted and burnt out that my hands are shaky. Okay. Just double checking that the lines on Gengar aren't currently wet. So close to finishing that in one swoop. And then I failed. Man, I really wish this was smaller and not taped down on a board because I could really use the ability to rotate this thing right now. Alright, now I have to plan this out so I'm not touching wet parts. It's actually a little interesting because some of the colors underneath are bleeding through, but not all of them. So like the bright pink is bleeding through. Sometimes the blue. But yeah, I'm wondering what causes why some colors bleed through and some don't. Alright, I'm gonna do away with the bar for now because stop me from getting as close as I want. This make my hand cramp more than usual. My hands are like, why do you keep abusing me? I have to teach myself to draw with my feet. line got a little wobbly and thin, so I'm gonna fix it a little bit. Okay. So now I'm mostly wondering if I want to outline any of the others, all of the others, do some parts of the others. I do like the outline look on this. Like, it's popping it very well. I'm just debating if it would be conducive to do it to everything, or if I just want to pick focal ones. So, like, I might add it on to this guy a little bit. And maybe that guy, since they're in the foreground. I'm not totally positive. Okay, so I'm going to finish up. I did do some, I did like additional ones on Lambent. Just kind of outline shapes. Not just the straight outline. So I'm going to put a little bit more of that into Gengar as well, just to kind of match. You definitely have to hit this Posca marker with water very quickly if you want to tone down a line. Okay, so I'll let that sit for a teeny bit while I fix this. Fix this Litwix flame. Since this is one of this section is where, for whatever reason, it refused to take more pencil. marker's starting to look a little rough. I'm just gonna hit it with water right away. So I don't want it to stand out too much. And then once that dries, I might put a little bit more color in there with a different shade. I don't have too many Posca markers, I've only got like 10, but I've got a deeper pink and a purple. Finish up the top of Gengar here. And that will probably be where I'm going to call it, because I'm going to have to let it dry, and then I'm going to have to glue my little add-on guys. And then after that, I have to see if the add-on guys need some Posca outlining, which is very likely. Ah! Curses, that was one of my hairs. That just messed up my edge. I might go in it's like I'm very tempted to outline everybody, but it'll be hard with gases because I made them very gaseous cloud. I might just do their eyes. I'll make their eyes super white. Trying to hold it down in the middle because the paper is bubbling up, just because this is cut from a giant roll. So I'm trying to tap it down. Usually I wouldn't do that with my fingers because the oils would affect how colors would apply, but since this is largely done being colored, I'm not as concerned. Ghastly eyes. That I can do. Not gonna worry about the eyes on this guy yet. I will do his eyes once I glue him down. Now the thing is, I'm going to want to do the ghastly eyes very quickly, because I'm probably going to want to go over them with water right away. I guess it's not super pressing. All blurry? Oh, is it because I leaned in? Sorry. It might end up doing it again, just to warn you, because I'm about to lean in for the second one. Okay. I do like how that's drying out too. Just where I made it super wet right here. It's fitting the whole kind of bubbly toxic thing we got going. Apologies, this is getting so bumpy. I repositioned it, now it's bumping around again. another background Gassy. It would make my life easier if I busted out one of my thicker markers instead of tracing this all in with the fine one, but I'm lazy. Oh man, that looks a lot better just on the camera view. I was like, oh, you can actually see his eyes now. Like they went too, it wasn't too bad in person, but that definitely helped him pop. Alright, maybe get it out of there before it dries. There's dog hair stuck in that. Curse you! I feel like some artist needs to make a painting, or not a painting, but like a statement art piece that's just like a giant paint covered hairball that's all the paintings, like all the fur they pulled out of paintings. Okay. So I do need to put this dry. That's got a little bit of drying yet. Like I think I need to put a little bit of white on Litwick. Not a full outline, just something in there to something to kind of match him to everybody else. Since Ghastly's got their eyes. I did this to myself. Why'd I have to be such a dog person? Get out of there, dog hair. Not that it'd be any better if I was a cat person. Which I'm not necessarily saying I'm not a cat person. I don't mind cats. I'm just more of a dog person. And Ernesto's allergic. Okay. Oh, really? Do you see yourself ever getting another dog now that you've lost Honey? That makes sense. Yeah, I waited like 7 months after Xena died to adopt Raya. But, I've just always had dogs. I've had cats most of my life too, but growing up, dogs were kind of my only friends in my family. Let's just say, long story short, I kind of spent a lot of time hiding with my dogs. At least my dog Cody. So it's just, if I don't have a dog, I start feeling like something's wrong. Like I don't have, like I've lost a big part of my support network, kinda. The cats I grew up with, they were always cheesed out somewhere. Oh, yeah, they are a bit more like time commitment, which I don't necessarily mind because it makes me get out of the house. Like I like hiking, but I rarely ever do. But when I have a dog, I'm like, well, it's beautiful weather. If I don't go out hiking, I'm an asshole. Cute dog emote. I need to get some more emotes made. That will be after Emerald City is done with this next weekend or starting tomorrow. I will make more emotes and kind of set up a frame for streaming, so I don't just have Brihei sitting here strangling a snake. But yes, I very much understand what you mean, White Knight. Like, I got crushed when Xena died. Even though she was 15, it was coming. I mean, the fact that I had 15 years with her is amazing. But was just, she was at that point such a staple in my life. We had done so much cool shit together. donkey corn. I should. I don't know if it's gonna read small. I might have to just make it like a bust. That is one of the possibilities. The disturbing toast I did is probably gonna be an emoji. You came, yes, you came just in time for sad dog talk. I was like, I was probably gonna wrap up soon, actually, because the next step of this is going to involve having to glue my floaty bits. And I need to take a nap. Oh man. My Posca markers are also dying on me. You have all the dog emojis, Guardian. I did put... Raya should be an emote. There is a bust of Raya as an emote. Right, so I made the Flame of Litwick. Filled it in with Posca markers. It does work pretty well, because it kind of... It's not as standing out as the white. Potentially... Yeah, you found her. But yeah, so I like the pink. That actually works out pretty well. I'm debating if I want to do the same in here. Probably not. I think I'll leave the flame in there alone. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna set up where I'm planning on gluing everything. Because, yeah, I had to let the Posca layers that I just put on here, these are going to more than likely get a layer of Posca on them, but I'm going to wait till I glue them. Just debating, where did I put you? Yeah, I think it's going to be something like that. And then I haven't erased on this one yet either. So he's going to be a little bit paler. I just left him blended in for now. So yeah, let's see if I can get this camera is like... I may have to peel my camera off the stand so I can actually try to frame this correctly. Hold on a second. Alright, so that's largely the full composition right now. I'm trying to finish it for Emerald City tomorrow. So that's why I'm like, I gotta glue bits. Yeah, it's really washed out on the camera view, but it is pretty... It's some cool colorations. So I'm glad I got most of it done traditionally. I'll probably do a little bit of digital to pop the colors on Gengar just a slightly more. So he's the focal point. But yeah, these guys, this Haunter, or Ghastly, is to cover up that ink that kind of pooled too heavily there, and also to have a foreground element. And then this Litwick was too big, and his pose was a little too reminiscent of this one's, so I drew another one to replace him. So this one I'm gonna wait till I glue him down, and then I'll go through and clean this one up and do the Poscas on these. But other than that, I think the traditional work on this is done. I think so. We'll see. Like I said, I need to go nap. I'll probably glue them, and then I'm gonna go pass out for a little bit because I'm very sleep deprived with the Kickstarter in Emerald City. Yeah, thank you. It's getting there. I think I'll be able to do it. I do think I'll be able to do it. It's just, yeah. It's mostly scanning it in at this point and putting like a very slight color overlay here. And then, like I said, gluing these ones down, which I'll probably do once I end stream, and then I'm gonna let that cure while I nap, and then I will come back, scan it in, or clean these up, and then after it's glued, clean them up, scan it in, finish it, print all the photo prints. Yeah. So I might be back on really early in the morning, because my Kickstarter for my new art book ends at 7 a.m. So I also have to go to Emerald City, because that starts at 10, and I have to set up some stuff yet, so I have to make sure I'm there by 9, so I'm going to try and wake up by 6. I do most of my printing. If it's a photo print, I print it in-house. I do have, like, the Kickstarter prints I'm getting from Fireball Ink. But I do have a nice photo printer. It is the devil incarnate. It has so many issues that I thought about getting a nicer printer, but I have never loathed an inanimate object more. Just the amount of time you waste trying to get that thing to work. And then every single time I print on it, I have to go buy new ink. Every time. This is horrendous. Like, yeah, printers are horrible. Yeah, I actually have a Cricut, and I've never used it. I was like, I'm gonna make my own Kiss Cut stickers, and then I started looking up how, and I was like, never mind. But yes, I do miss, like, you used to actually get really nice photos from Costco Photo, or photo prints, and they don't exist anymore. Oh well. Oh, I wish I could drop kick the printer. I have definitely hit it. That's as close as I get to turning into my dad, and I'm like, I need to get away from this thing. Oh man, yes. But anyways, I gotta go blue these and pass out for a little bit. Thank you all so much. But maybe I'll try after Kickstarter ends tomorrow morning, which is linked down below. And after Emerald City this weekend, I'm gonna try to kind of stagger the streaming times. So usually I'm starting around like 1, 12:30. But I might try doing like midday, couple days, late day, couple days. Yeah. Tomorrow morning is like maybe it's gonna be, hopefully if I get enough prints printed out, it's gonna be me watching the end of my Kickstarter, signing prints and bagging them. So not the most interesting of streams, just kind of a thing. But anyways, thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully follow me on social media, like Blue Sky. I'll post this once I finish it. Cause yeah, it's very, what you see on stream is very different to what's in real life. But yeah, anyways, ads are coming up anyways, so time to flee. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night. If you're going to Emerald City, go find me. I'm on the Artist Alley floor, but not the Artist Alley. I'm one of the big booths. I'm splitting it with friends. Anyways, see you later. Bye-bye.